Hello everybody. Today I want to make a station for my 3D pens. I have three of them. Um, Now the advantage of having more than one is that I'll be able to in the middle of one just introduce a different color. So I have my pick of three different colors while I'm doing the printing. So every time you're using one, you have the hot tip and you run the risk of either damaging something else or even hurting yourself. So after thinking about it long and hard, because it's not just the pens, it's also the power supply. Now we have three power supplies, and these power supplies are pretty big. They are about 3 inches in diameter, give and take maybe an inch or half an inch, and they can get in the way, and they have gotten in the way on many occasions. So now, what I want to do is a solution for all of the problems. Just have one self-contained unit. Now I already have built a sort of a reel holder for the filament. So all I need is a solution where I can store them. So I thought about this for some time, and I came up with this solution. Now this is this is the case for a small stereo component, a mini Sony. Let me see. A Sony mini hi-fi component. I bought it at a. I took the chance. I always take the chance in these garage sales and buy some of the components. But with the funny thing about it is that when I picked it up in the garage sale, and it was, yeah, of course, very cheap. It was what, $5, something like that. Um, there were two components: a cassette player and the tuner. So what happened was that I said, oh, even if the component itself is bad, and I tried fixing it, however, there was no way for me to fix it. There were too many components that were blown out, and it would have cost me a lot more to fix it, which is the case with a lot of modern electronics. Sometimes the actual components are more expensive than the unit themselves because of the mass production. So I thought, even if the components are bad, I really like these cases. They are metal, self-contained, small, and there isn't many places left where you can actually go and buy um, um, project boxes, and this is a really nice one. So I took, I went to the dollar store, and I got, and I'm sorry because this is very, very, here we go, a $1 baking tray, and I cut it, and I rolled it, and that's how this cover is now. It's pressure fitted. I could put right here, right here. I could put two screws, um, and it would seal up pretty good. Now inside, I'm going to have the power supplies. Remember, there are three power supplies, and now there's a small door here where the cables can come out of. So this is the plan. Now, um, the issue here is Um, when I'm sorry about the lighting again. I have overhead lighting, and the overhead lighting seems to be overtaking everything here. Um, so I wanna be able to just rest while I'm doing the printing. I wanna rest the pen on the unit itself, so it'll have multiple uses. So what I came up with was this. Now, I didn't come up with this. No, this is the concept. This is a different type of pen. This is a everything everything talks around here. Um, this is an electronic pen, and I write it into its notebook, and it will transfer to the computer. So I said, this is what I want. I want something that is at least 45 degrees. It will hold the pen. Being that they get hot, I don't want it to get all over the place. So it'll have a small indentation here, so that the filament will pull there, and then later on I'll pull it out. So this is the plan. So this is what I thought. What we want to do is a 45-degree angle on a tube, sort of like this. I just happen to have some tubing. This is a cardboard. Now I thought about doing it with metal. However, the problem here is one of I have to here we go. Let's see. Sorry about all of this, but you know, this is a one-shot deal. Okay, here we go. It would just go right here. Now it's not a very elegant solution, and I really don't. I want to do something that will actually work, you know. So I thought the only thing that I can think of is I'll cut the tube, put the flange there, and solder it. So solder, glue, whatever the case may be. Take 1 inch, maybe 2. Here we go. I'm going to cut 3 inches right there, and I'm going to cut it somehow like this. What happened here was that I'm going to use this as my backdrop. I already did cut one, and then in thinking how can I make it with my favorite metal, I cut it to get the pattern. There's a very definite pattern that geometrically will give you a 45-degree cut in a. Maybe I should have a little umbrella kind of thing here. So here we go. Now, do I make it out of cardboard? Do I make it out of metal? Do I make it out of plastic? Let me just pause it here, and I'm going to cut one of each. Take a look at how it fits, how it feels. Perhaps I do have some PVC. Well, let's get that out of the way. Let's see. Will this fit in here? It's kind of dancing. That's the problem here. This is not the right diameter for this. This is the only spare PVC I have on stock. I even went as far as trying to come up with a different solution. Maybe even having one of these. I do have some extra one, but again, There's the problem with this. I don't think the a 90-degree turn on this would create too much tension downwards, because the center of gravity is somewhere around here, so it would just pull too much downwards and it would just break the whole thing. So 45 degrees is the answer. With a 45 degree, it will just sit there comfortably. It will not, and it's the right diameter. I don't want to compromise the tip of these pens because they go really fast. So I don't want to shorten the life of the tips. So now when I come back, I'm going to have hopefully 3 of these cut. I already have one ready to go. All I have to do is, actually, let's just do this, just one of them. So I'm going to take my handy dandy pen. Ooh, this is a nice one. I'm going to mark it. Like so. And I'm going to use my hand drill to cut this, which is what I did over here. I cut the 45 degree angle. Now what I want to do here is that once I cut it, once I cut this, what I'm going to do is use some metallic tape and wrap it around it, so that way it'll give me a flange over here on the interior. Once I cut the hole in this in here, it will allow me to just have the flange here. I already made 3 tick marks here, so it'll give me a separation between the pens. So now once it goes in here, perhaps I should paint this a darker color also, so it will avoid all the glare. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna put this on pause now. Okay, so now I built one of them. There we go. I'm going to line the inside of this. This is actual duct tape. Now, don't be fooled by what they sell out there, which is not the real deal. This is actually thermally protected tape. So it's what is used in the air conditioning ducts to put to tape to metal. So now we got this one done. I'm going to do the other 2. Be right back. Okay, now I cut all 3 of these. Now I need to cut a hole in the front. Well, 3 holes. I need to cut 3 holes. So what I did was that I made the marks as to where I want them to be. This is 2 inches. I got a center. So now I'm going to do that. I'm going to take a Forstner drill bit, and I'm going to drill 3 holes in there, and I'll be back. I don't want to bore you with all the little details. Okay, so I started drilling these, and then I realized perhaps I should just make the mark, straighten everything out, and then make the flanges out of the cutouts instead of cutting the circle completely. Now that I have it marked as such, I'm going to do quarters and use the quarters to attach to these guys. So then when they are in there, they are firmly attached to the wall itself. So again, I will be back. Going to do all of the cutting, and maybe we'll be done when we come back. Let's see. So here we are. I did the flanges. I cut them out. Now I have to erase these marks. They were made with erasable ink. So I'm going to now do this. Oh boy. Here we go, like this. So I'll be back. I'll show you the product when it's done. Okay, here's the finished product. Each one has its own cable. These are its own power cables. They go into the box, and at the same time, this is the power cable. The power cable has 3 prongs, three connectors inside the box, which splits the power between the 3 power bricks. So now each one has its own power. I have a small feeder that goes on top over here. It's nothing very exciting. However, this is what I did. I upcycled this Sony mini stereo component, and I made it into my now 3D pen soldering station, or 3D pen printing station. This will now complement the big 3D printer, and it will do some highlights. I can also do other projects as well as the one that is upcoming, which is taking a light switch, something like this, and I took this one out. I'm replacing it, but what I want to do once I replace it is put a bead around its perimeter, around its border of glow-in-the-dark filament. So now all of my lights and powers outlets will have a little border, and it will glow in the dark, and at night you will see where you plug. So thank you for watching. Like always, I really appreciate, and if you can share, if you can like, subscribe, any comments are greatly appreciated. Like always, we'll be continuing these projects. I don't think they'll ever stop. We have like 3 lists of projects that we have to get done before doing any additional projects. So you can only imagine all the projects that are upcoming. This is what we do. This is what we like to do. This is what we enjoy doing. This is our je ne sais quoi. So with that, until the next video, thank you.